This is class number 4 of 4-H market beef. These animals weigh between 1,296 pounds and 1,425 pounds. Our first exhibitor is Carrie Oxford of Sunset 4-H. The second exhibitor is Jacob Dubé of Adams 4-H. Our third exhibitor is Amy Oxford from Sunset 4-H. And our fourth exhibitor is Chauncey Fontaine of Pleasant Acres 4-H.
This is Class 4 4-H Market Steers, Santa Clara County Fair 2020. Again, 4 calves in this class I think are tremendous. Steer to win the class. He's the powerhouse of the class. He's the heaviest calf in the class. I think he's still acceptable in terms of his weight, though. Very moderate, just packed full of power. He's a calf when you get up on him, view him down his top. He's great big over his rib cage. We study him over his loin. He appears like he's going to have a tremendous rib eye in him. When we get behind him, that's a really big-ended calf. Tons of product. I think a steer that's going to cut very well. Young man's done a good job feeding him. Thing I really like about this calf, he's got all that power, yet he's still good to look at. Maybe we'd like to just free him up a nickel as he gets around the ring, but that's being awful critical of a really nice one. Then when we start to study the other 3 calves in the class, I think the black steer that rolls into third, again, one that just kind of needs to be there. He's really a productive calf in terms of his type and kind. He's big-ribbed, he's sound. He's a calf that's got a tremendous amount of meat and muscle in him as well. I guess for me, just gives up kind of that show steer look that our first steer has, but he's a calf, I think, again, when we harvest this calf, he's going to have a really, really good carcass. I think he's one that's going to grade extremely well as he appears to be very well fed. The young man's done a nice job there. Then it gets a little closer in third and fourth. I like the young lady's market heifer in third. I think that heifer's got a tremendous amount of quality about her. I think when we get that one off and view her from the profile, she might be the best one in the class. She's extremely trim and neat up through her front end. She's got a great big bold rib cage. She's level in her design, very, very sound off of both ends. When we compare her to the 2 steers above her, she's maybe just not quite as muscular. She just gets a little flatter up over her top, maybe just not quite as much power out her hip. I think, though, that's one that's going to, fall into that choice category as she's been fed extremely well. I do like the black steer in fourth as well, just kind of got in a tough class. This calf's extremely smooth built. I like that calf from the profile. He is the longest necked one in the class, I believe. I think he's a calf that's very sound as he gets around. Maybe one we just want to bulk up and power up when we compare him to the 3 individuals above him. Just not quite as stout, just not quite as powerful. I do believe that one, again, has been fed and finished extremely well. I think he can go to the rail with an acceptable carcass as well. Really 4 great steers. Nice class.